Who's tired of paying money to these things? Raise your hand. I know, I get it. I'm going to respond to this today, but I'm going to share what I've channeled around all of this, okay? I see comments like this dropping on all kinds of videos, on my videos sometimes, but I see it a lot out there. It is actually a very hot topic in recent times, given the place that we're at as a collective, okay? But this comes in all the time when I'm channeling, and I want to share it with you guys. Hopefully it will make a difference in your life. So the Claudie says, yeah, how about like not paying taxes? How about not paying property taxes? How about not paying PG&E? This was dropped on one of the videos I made. So what comes through all the time is, I'm gonna talk about, there's two different perspectives here, okay? There's a 3D perspective, which is, if you're awake and aware, you know that these systems don't serve us, right? We know this. We know that they were created to benefit the 1% on the top. It's not even 1%, I don't think. We know this. But when we are operating from that mindset, when we're upset and angry, and believe me, I used to be, and I sometimes get fired up. I am I'm a rights for the people kind of person. Go check out my story, Leaving Corporate America. It's on my website. So I get it, and it's that fire is still there a little bit. But for the most part, I've learned to operate from a different perspective because of what I've channeled so much. So when we're thinking about it like this, we're in victim mode. They're taking. Enough of this. Now, when we operate from they're taking again, we're in victim mode. And when we're in victim mode, everything that we see in our reality perpetuates more of that victim mode, right? Car insurance, health insurance, cost of groceries. It's all connected, right? Now, when you're awake and aware, if you can move out of victim mode, then you can rise above all of this and understand, this is what that comes in when I channel too, is the universe is bigger than this. Yes, this planet is ran in this way, and it's not the only planet, but this planet is ran in this way, and it doesn't support the majority. But people are waking up. It's important to remember that as you wake up to remain in love and acceptance mode, empowerment mode, because everything that you see out there, Hollywood movies, the news, the media for sure, is all geared towards keeping you feel disempowered. And when you're disempowered, you continue to participate in the system. You continue to feed the system with that energy, and everything is vibration, everything is energy. Go research that. There's a lot of really great information about that out there. But from a 5D perspective, the universe is bigger than that. We're not here alone. We have, spirit guides, we have a higher self. We're not here by ourselves. We've just chosen to incarnate into this realm, and it is a choice. We did choose to be here. And if you look at it from the perspective of, we came here and this is a beautiful place. There's so many things that we can experience while we're here. It's so important to be careful not to fall into victim mode, because again, we're manifesting more of that. But the universe is greater than this. So if you start operating from a place of, I'm empowered, I knew what I was getting into when I came here. Souls don't choose to not come here because of taxes, right? We don't care about that. That's not the point. It's a man-made construct to support the top people. But while we're here, if we can take on a cosmic mindset, a higher level perspective, and say, I came here and I want to enjoy as much as I possibly can with this planet, and I trust that the universe is going to provide for me. And that means taking action to better your life. You have to take action. It's not going to just change for you. So are you in a job that not only are you not happy paying part of your money to taxes, but you're in a job that you're not happy with, right? Time to make change. We're not meant to push through and when things are hard. We are meant to follow our internal guidance and take action to align to our highest timeline. That's when our mission starts to unfold one step at a time. And when you're operating from the perspective of, I can't wait to see how the universe provides for me to be able to live the life that I want. I can't wait to see how I'm able to use my natural gifts and talents and the things that bring me joy in order to serve the collective and better myself. When you start focusing on making your life better and getting out of victim mode and starting to set boundaries with people and things that aren't serving you, you can start operating from a place where this stuff doesn't even matter. It's what they're saying right now, these guys these beings that I showed, they're saying it's just part of the game. This is a game. It's part of the game. And there's a lot of people on this planet who have mastered the game. They know how to manifest. Okay, they're reminding me of this guy named Robert Grant. If you have Gaia, the app like Netflix, you can download it to your TV. There's a lot of really, really, really great stuff on there. If it resonates as for you, it's for you. If it doesn't, it's not. But there's a guy named Robert Grant. I believe he invented Lattice, and he has a couple of series on there, and they're reminding me, he shares, he's mastered manifestation. He's very, very wealthy, very, very spiritual. And anytime he has a new business idea, before he even puts it in motion, he buys himself a watch. And it's in trust that the idea is going to unlock. It's going to work. It's going to unfold in the best, highest timeline possible. And I think he's got like 300 watches, he said. So he lives from the perspective of, yeah, I'm living in this game, this reality that I know I create. So I'm going to create the reality that I want to create. Instead of being in victim mode, I'm going to see how good it can get. So there's different ways to look at our experience here. Okay. And the most important thing is to, whenever you have a thought come into your mind, is it a thought that puts us in victim mode, or is it a thought that puts you in empowerment mode? Because our soul, all of our souls are equally empowered. Once we get into this avatar, we become the person that was influenced by our parents, by religious beliefs of our parents, by what the school we went to, right? By where we grew up. We become our beliefs. And so we have to shift our beliefs if we want to shift our reality, and we can rise above all of this to where it doesn't even touch us. So when we're in victim mode, we're going to manifest more of that. When you're in empowerment mode, you start to manifest things like Robert Grant has learned. And there's a lot of people you can look around. There's a lot of people who have done that. They've manifested so much wealth because they've mastered the code. My guides are saying they've mastered the code of this reality, which is to create the reality that you want. But it comes from our thoughts. So, how does this land? Super curious about your questions and comments about this. And all right, they're adding one more thing here. They're saying, what belief can you shift today when you watch this video? And every day, get a journal or on your phone. What belief can you today start shifting to put you in more empowerment mode? Number one, and they're giving one more thing. What action can you take today to start moving you into empowerment mode? One action could be not watching the news anymore, not scrolling on social media, right? Following specific creators that uplift you and make you feel empowered. Setting a timer for a certain amount of time per day or week that you're on screens, and using that time, using that extra time to go out and be in nature. Take salt baths, which clears your aura, clears a lot of low vibrational emotion, all kinds of things. Pick up a hobby. Do what they did in the 80s and 90s before there were screens. There was so much more fun enjoying those days. And when you start doing those two things, those two takeaways that they gave you, you're going to start to see your reality shift, and you're no longer going to be focusing on those things. You're going to wake up every day with so much more joy about the experience that you are creating for yourself. So drop your questions and comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.